Good morning. Happy Tuesday, March 19th. I'm just picking a few orders here, and I'm going to buy all 9 of my fleece hats that I have. I thought that was pretty interesting. And anytime I've uploaded accessories like that or whatnot, I'm always never disappointed. Like, it never feels like a waste, because eventually someone comes along and buys it. Like, there's these giant fig Ant-Man sticker pieces. There's one also, and someone bought it. Like, it's always cool when the fruits of your labor pay off and you can see someone purchase it. It's a cool head here. It's one of those hairs I wish I had known I had, and then I would have kept it for new Hashima, because it has like a kind of a cyberpunk vibe to it. And yes, my nails are painted. I like having painted nails sometimes. It's only painted on this hand and the thumb of my other hand, because as I dig through Lego and such, it gets scratched up far too easily, so it becomes kind of not worth painting my other hand. Especially because I'm in the middle of a build. With new Hashima, so there's the other Ant-Man part. So 252. It's not that one. Yeah. Stupid bars. I guess I already had this part then. Nope. Stowaway. So yeah, I'll pause on picking orders real quick and just show where we are with new Hashima. I'm sure I already showed in if you've seen behind the scenes stuff I've been posting on either Instagram or just my generic posts on YouTube, but I have I don't know if I uploaded my shorts or what. I kind of don't care about all that aspect. We got an Arduino. It's one-handed. Here we go. So there's your little Arduino Uno powering a almost an inch tall micro LED screen, OLED screen. So kind of made it look like a little ad booth. People slapped their posters up there and everything. That kind of a feel. I'm gonna replace out the white with another color. But just I'm gonna turn the arrows around too, so they can point like they're going up. You go up the staircase. There's new toys, mods, and guns up there. So the general idea is there's an elevator that's going to be here, and then this side is going to be like something like a Ripper dock kind of feel. If you've ever played Cyberpunk 2077, Ripper docks are all over, and they're the kind of the ones that help you modify if you want like a cybernetic arm or whatever. They're the ones that help you with that. And I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but I've got a bunch of these and a bunch of the 1x8s in sand green, which can only really come in like Green Grosh and I think Diagon Alley, the $400 one, because those are all from my whatever it's called. That one I've had for a long time. That was all like sun damaged and whatever. This part right here is a perfect example. That's supposed to be light bluish gray. It's just that damaged. It looks like tan, but it's not tan. It looks like dark tan, which is back there under her foot. that's just how sun damaged some of these parts are, which make great, awesome color variations for buildings in Hashima. So yeah, I have a bunch of the 1x2s, which, that one up there, it looks in pretty decent condition. I could probably, list it, but I don't know. I've had it for so long. It's not like the charm has worn off for it as far as listing it. And it's such a rarely moved piece that I'm kind of like, let's just use it in New Hashima and have some fun with it and put some, a flex, if you want, into all of this. So, yeah, so we're going to have this coming up to landing and switch around. Come back up that way. There'll be a second floor up here, thereabouts. So you can kind of see both floors decently well enough. The building itself will come all the way through to the top, but hopefully in such a way that it looks either seamless or that it's two different kinds of buildings. Yeah, I went with sand green. Sand green is one of my favorite colors, and I had a bunch of it with the green grocer. So those two factors combined definitely helps a lot. But then I'm supplementing with, at least right now, bright light orange. I want to throw some blue in here. Went to a peach lug meeting, which is the local user group here in Atlanta, and they had door prize bag of parts kind of stuff, which is some of it's pab excess. I guess all of it's probably pab excess or set excess. So they had these like car roof or car hood kind of piece, the light azure or medium azure. So I kind of put some of them together just with whatever 2x2 I could find in the bag, kind of thing. And I think there's going to be pretty interesting details on the side of the building, kind of like 4 of them in a grid or something like that. Pulled aside, similar thing with these. It's like coral color, which doesn't show well on camera, but I thought that might make a good detail like that, kind of just on the side of the building. Yeah, I have a few different ideas floating around for stuff to do. Some of them I'm curious about actually incorporate. Like I did this thing upstairs in my kids' room. The middle one, if I have any in here, the middle one was transparent red blocks, which I happened to pick up a bunch at the pad wall last time I was there. So I thought that would make a cool like wall detail. I could even put that on the top part and have it something like that. So anyhow, just ideas floating around in my head. But I have the day off from work today, so I think I'm going to flesh out a couple of other ideas that I'm working on. Maybe get some of these shops, figure out like a little layout or wall pattern. I have those black blocks that I've been using to make the layout, but kind of want to get some actual shops in here so I can see how they look. And of course, I'm running out of tile type pieces, so I have someone from the Discord who's going to look for some of his like damaged ones through his excess, because obviously anything that's sun discolored and whatnot would be perfect for all of this. So anyhow, at this point, I'm just kind of rambling about stuff, and I'm going to go back to picking my orders and try to get that done before kids get up. Behold, I have desk space back. So I need to take a break from the cube for a bit. So I kind of cleaned up, but I put like specific build stuff over there. And then I have other pad pieces here. And decided to go ahead and put these in the store. I might use them. I might use them in the build. I might not use them in the build. But I can at least put them in the store, put them in some drawers, get them out of the way. I got a bunch of these, which I know I will, but it's not for a while, or at least not for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just list those so that, one, they're cataloged and I know what I have and where I have them. Two, if someone else wants to buy them, no worries. I can get more as I need to if I get to that point. It's unlikely people are going to buy them because these are pad parts. So, I'm always preaching against putting pad parts in your store because everyone puts pad parts in their store and the saturation is so high. But, for me at least, this is more just getting them off my desk, away somewhere, but I'm not needing them for a while, so I might as well put them in the store and have them cataloged should people, want them in addition with other parts that I have. So I got a bunch of, these will stay out of the pad because I know I'm going to use these somehow. And build a bunch of windows and window panes. But I just got those and a bunch of these girder pieces and just tossed some 1x2 or 1x cheese slopes in the bottom. And then this is another random box, bunch of 2x4 white tile, some other stacks of bricks. Oh, and then a ton of these guys. So I'll put these and the tile up in the store. I don't have immediate use of the tile, but it was just, I had a little layer and I was like, well, let's just fill some tile in there. And if I need them, great. If not, I'm going to be using other colors, not necessarily white, but I might use white for other parts. Depends on how much more I build. It won't be in this cube, but there might be some in whatever topper building that I do. Should I do that? If I do another cube, etc. So probably list these guys, not list the windows. And then list those. Yeah, and then that way in the store, if someone's desperately wanting them from me, great. But in my experience, pad parts don't sell until like a year or so. Look at this. Almost got it. Is it up there now? I think I got exactly the number of chains I needed, but I don't necessarily want clear panes in mine. All this. I'm trying to build stuff and run a store. Definitely makes me feel the crunch of space in this room. So I needed to take a break from the building in order to do some store / administration type stuff. I'll keep these aside for now. Do that perfect fit. So I need to do some more cleaning up administration kind of stuff. I've got about an hour before my normal work starts, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff listed. Also got the hallway set. It was a damaged box for $50 instead of $55, so $5. But I'll probably sell the figs, or at least list the figs. But I wanted some of these like sticker parts. I thought those look great. Can definitely use those. Some on these other parts I can either list or use, like that one. List or use in the store. So there's some stuff for the new Hashima / New Atlanta build, and there's some stuff for the store in here. So not too bad overall. This guy goes for about $30. He's not on Bricklink officially yet, but he goes on eBay, I've seen, and stuff. So and I'm not sure if there's anything super new about these guys. What's different about them? Not sure offhand. But yeah, I'm gonna list the figs, keep the build stuff. Seems like a pretty neat build. This is some sort of play feature. At least I'm pretty sure. Like the Darth holding up the guy in the air using the clear pillar. There's these things here too. I wonder what they do. That one probably opens that door, and that one maybe opens that door. That's a cool sticker print piece too. Yeah, I like the 4 of those. Definitely can use those somewhere. And the little vent pieces beneath it, or at least vent stickers. I doubt any of those are printed. There's how those work. They turn. Yeah, and there's that one. Cool. Yeah. So just need to shift gears for a bit. So I got to part out all those sets somehow. I'm really feeling like I could go for a folding table of some sort, just to be able to do some of this more easily. But yeah, I'd have to store the folding table somewhere when I'm done with it. I don't even know where I'd do that. Start boring into the ceiling. Oh, and I put up the last 2 of these guys. So all of my acro is off the ground now. It's all on the wall. I just need to label up everything from the bottom row of that one through all of that. It needs to be labeled. And at that point, all my wide drawers will be labeled. The F side is only labeled up to, I think, 100. But I'm only about 36 in, so we're good there. Where I'm at. Yeah, 36. So we got lots of drawers for a while. I'm sure these sets will eat up a decent amount of them. These pad parts will eat up some, depending if I put them in there or in overflow bins. Yeah. All right, enough rambling. Time to get some stuff done. Ooh, automatic brightness. What are you doing? Anyhow, so here's all what I'm putting up for the pab, or from the pab, just various bits and bobs. Slopes, all those ones that I'll probably circle back to another time. So if we look, this is my first upload in like 2 weeks, thereabouts. So I've been, that busy with all the new Hashima stuff and just life and whatever, and haven't uploaded anything since the figs that I've got, the fig hauls and the Mr. Oz bus. So you can see from the last time I uploaded to now, I dropped down by about 2,200 parts or so, which is, one order for some stores. That's not a big deal. I dropped by over 250 lots. Had a bunch of people clean out different lots of stuff. But yeah, so everything here priced out. We'll get to about $151, $152 on the store. So it won't fully bring me up to the 2,000 items that I dropped by. Definitely won't bring up the lots, but that's fine. It's not really major pieces here that I'm expecting to sell anything. This is more just giving me a place to live and be whilst I can clean up my desk a bit, which mission accomplished. Desk is much cleaner. So now I can work on having some of this stuff. I can probably slowly part out either of those sets or something. I think I'll probably, because I have my winter village. There's my key cat. She's so sweet. I have the winter village, which I had up in there's a shelf in the top of my kitchen that I had stuff on. And then it moved to the dining room table, and then the dining room table for a long, long time. So it just needs to be broken down. I already broke down one of the buildings out of the 4. I have the main street with the trolley, and then the Hogwarts, or the Hogsmeade set. They just look nice together, and they're skinny, so they fit in the little shelf perfectly. But I just need to break them down now, and that'll help free up this whole area of space. So that's something I can do on the side right there easily enough. That takes no brain power, takes no mental, mental powers at all. I can just mental powers. Speaking of, I can just do it slowly over here, my own pace. I should get one of these so I can part it out into there. So yeah, that'll be nice to be able to just get those things out of the way. That'll free up at least that bit of space, and then the build area can extend. I need to figure out, because this box is full of Technic stuff that I got for the octagonal tower with the wings, and since I'm shifting away from that direction, I need to figure out where I'm going to go with that. I still want to use the wings. I might do like one going this way, one going this way, and then back side and side on the building, and then panels on the sides, if that makes any sense. Because I still want to use them. I like the idea of the piece. I think it's very interesting. I think it could work. I just need to figure out a good way to implement it. Yeah, that's where that is. The figs I need to go through some more. I got the main ones listed and almost listed as much as I bought at least that second batch for, but still have obviously all these guys to finish out. And then there's that other haul that I got. That was the eBay one. I think it's eBay, Facebook Marketplace, one of those. Yeah, lots to do, lots of different things to do. And just slowly doing one thing at a time. Like sticking this in here. That's another thing. These are both older pab purchases, some Bricklink order stuff that I got for Hashima, more pab stuff in here, which I definitely want to use these red bar handles as an accent piece. Like a little wall of them or something. So I'm not going to even touch those to list them. But the frames and the rock panels I'll probably list just because I'm not in immediate need, especially the rock panels. Probably list all these 2x2 bricks with them. And the rest of this save for Hashima. Cool. Oh, this is other pad parts. I'm definitely gonna use these as an accent piece somehow. I got a ton of chairs, some snot bricks, some brackets. These arches, not quite sure. There's like one red window. A couple of wall parts. Stick that down there for now. Oh, old man back. So I'm not gonna sit that there for now. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Regular work's about to start, so I'm not gonna do pad parts right now, but I can break apart a building while I sit on a call or whatever. Yeah, here we go. We are lunchish on Wednesday, March 20th, and you got this order. Thanks again for your speedy service. Package well, of course. You got it. Let's take a look at what we've got in order. Ooh, nice. Some juggle bits. Cool. Nothing too crazy. Some nice and juggle things, and let's get that packed up and we're ready to go out. I think I should probably get it in the mailbox today. Good. Let's try that again. Good morning and happy Thursday, March 21st. 4 orders this morning. Let's see, all Grand Advantage. Not too much going on there. I know those two are like each a fig or something like that. Yeah, see a stormtrooper all by its lonesome. Just one little guy. Some minifig parts. Someone bought probably all of my masonry in light bluish gray, because anytime I get a little bit, some more sells. Someone bought just a Patrick Palmer, and then yeah, so nice little setup. Shouldn't take too long to pick all these. And then last night I worked on whilst my kids were playing The Legend of Zelda for a bit before bed, I went through some of the stuff that was in this bin. This is the one that was sitting over there, and the first, like, it was a Facebook Marketplace one, not the one with the 900 or 9 pounds or whatever. So these are the ones that I determined that are basically either ready to list or they're missing like a hand or something simple enough. These are ones that I have to find a significant piece to, like Bo Peep's cape kind of thing. And then just a city and parts and Hashima down there. And that was only scratching the surface. There's still this giant bag, and I think there's another bag of something down there. So at least I got a solid collection of probably 20 or so figs that I can go ahead and just check over, make sure they're not super dirty or cracked or anything like that, and go ahead and get some of those listed so I can make use of those bins of figs that have just been sitting there for too long. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick this order. I know that one's going to be here. This is how I used to do my figs. Back in the day when I was a year ago. So long. There's that guy. Take 2 hands on this, isn't it? There it is. Oh, these are the ones. Yeah. This is the one I had. All right, so this is another dumb thing I did. May you all learn from the dumb things I did. So I have this whole thing. Nose print scratched or misprint in the middle, so it looks like a French mustache. Eye prints a little farther back. So no French mustache in those guys. There we go. There's our French mustache guy. So it's not a significant misprint, not enough to be like, hey, this is worth money, which might be what our intrepid buyer is hoping for. Sorry, mate. But it's more of, is he supposed to have a yellow head? Yeah, okay. It says yellow head, nice. I always liked the like French mustache. I mean, it's probably just a scratch or something. But hey, I listed it in such condition. Someone bought it in such condition. But yeah, I stopped doing just what I refer to as the BLV in some of my notes, the Bricklink bag. Because I put figs in there, and I put figs in the eBay bag. And now I have almost nothing on eBay. It's because I don't invest enough time into it to make it worth the time. I know, like, Pops does a lot on eBay and others as well. But to me, it just seems like, for my situation, a whole lot more work than I want to do and put into it. But all the better for folks to use it. 16. There we go. Use the white one. I was looking for tan. Genius me putting a white hat and a bit of other white hats. The kids, grown-ups, just the opposite of what I do and some stuff, and you'll be alright. 13 of these. Eleven. And 13. That's much longer with one hand. So, things to do for you, the viewer. Make it down. Oh wow! Skipped all the rest of the bends and went straight to 01. All right, Bob 01 or 02. She's right over here towards the front. Bob 02, the only one of its kind. Would be tilt bends. Yes. Tilt bends. Where I had such a grand idea. And they kind of work. And they work. It's just a matter of I don't have enough self around them to necessarily justify it, but it's also taking up this sliver of space that nothing else would really fit in. So it's kind of a win. It's mostly a win. Need some more bombers. I got a bunch of these Mandalorians. They're just sitting there. Some Rebel Troopers are just sitting there. I think I've got enough pieces to build some more. So yeah. Well, that's 63. How many do they want? One. There you go. Just one. 50 of these guys. So these bags are. That goes order D. There we have it. Those are the orders of the day. Good morning. It is Friday, March 22nd, and we have 3 orders with 94 items across 34 lots. Most interesting is for shipping cool. Nothing too crazy there. I think most interesting is this order C. They bought a bunch of more fantasy type elements, and I can't help but be pretty sure that it was influenced by the new Dungeons and Dragons set coming out, like a wizard kind of robe. This guy got a bunch of hands and arms. The same one that bought those fantasy pieces also bought all 3 of my video dragons. So that's nice to see it go. That was a part of paying for new Hashima parts, was getting those sets so I can get the video tiles. The other big one is these tires, 2 of them going for $8.78. So that is also quite nice to get rid of some of those. Those are from, no, they're not from the McLaren, because McLaren sold all on its own. I had to buy tires for it. I think those are just in a bulk lot, and wanted to get those gone. And then a Ghost out for $9. I think it's just the piece on top, not even the whole Ghost. So it shouldn't take long to pick all this. It's pretty evenly split item-wise across the 3 orders. So we're going to get cracking on that. Catch you back next time. The tumbler, that's what it was from. I remember now. Yeah, a whole bunch of Technic pieces and these tires for that order. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's from the Batman tumbler that I got in that bulk lot and parted out. So it was nice to have some of the big stuff in this bag go because I was taking up a lot of space. The other thing I realized that I said, what did I say yesterday? I said something in a clip yesterday. Super minor, but like, I say it's not even worth mentioning, but whatever. I've already mentioned it now, so I'm screwed. It was just an alphabetical order thing where it's like, oh, we're going to mythic your drawer. That means we don't have anything to overflow bin. And now in the cognizance that I somehow have right now, I'm like, O is after M. Whatever. That's it. It's dumb. Anyhow, pretty cool order of all these like fantasy elements and torsos and like wizard's robes and other stuff. Like I'm sure there's some D&D influence, but like there's a Chima torso going out. When else would I sell to Chima torso except in a Dungeons and Dragons inspired environment? They're buying lots of arms. They're buying lots of hands. So that's interesting that they got those and they're separate for different orders. But anyhow, very cool. Happy to see these go and all these other pieces. So what I'm doing right now is I have this fire station set and I got it in a bulk lot. 2 of the bags were unopened, but everything else was open and scattered amongst the 4 winds. Some of it's already been entered. Some of it, when I was going through, I recognized it's, probably new, but I can see there's some scratches on the face of that. So I know some stuff I already listed, some of that like that. I'm just going to leave as used. And the stuff in the 2 bags, dumped out, sorted into the general categories or pieces, and then put it in, opened up the set in Brick Store, and then just went through and I took out anything that was incorrect and I changed the numbers to make sure everything lined up. Like for instance, I think there was supposed to be 7 of this and I landed 6, so obviously changed that. Then I went through, found the stuff that's already in the store to consolidate down. Then I went to the stuff that isn't in the store, and this is where I'm probably doing this in like the least effective method possible, but for me, I like it for my, as I've said, small store in a small space. But what you just saw there, each one, I'm right-clicking, I'm finding catalog info. These are new. I don't have these lots in my store, but I'm going and I'm seeing, all right, do I have that kind of part in my store, new condition? And if so, where is it? So in this case, I have 1 new listing for this type of part, and I'm going to go put that in that drawer. So D18 is where I'm going to go put it. Usually I'll do a few at a time before I go and drop it over in the drawers. D18. There we go. Now it's with like pieces. There becomes more like pieces together versus putting them in another drawer with all of these pieces and then having to fish through to find the specific one. For instance, this modified with a pen. I have 4 in my inventory, 73. I have 1 that's new. So I'm going to take my drawer 73. Ooh, let's copy, not paste. Copy. Paste. And then, like I said, I would do a few of these at a time before carrying them over there. But I get my steps in. But for the sake of just recording right now, White 73. There we go. And you can see I've got the white ones in here. Now I have a gray one in it. The like parts get to stick together. And those are become a little bit easier to pull, I think. So it probably takes too long. Not conducive if you're doing this on a larger scale, but for me, it works out.